And welcome back to MLG's 2K series. I'm Mr. X, joined by Turbo, and we are bringing you into Game 3 of Curse New York against FaZe. We saw FaZe win Map 1 domination Octane. We saw Curse New York take Sovereign Search and Destroy pretty handily. And then now we are on Warhawk Blitz.
Yeah, right now I'm watching Assassin as he's right by the goal of FaZe, taking out any players that are coming near it, and he himself is going to run it in as that was a clear shot for a goal, making it 2-0 in favor of Curse.
Right, and I mean, you see Heist actually takes out Assassin. They're able to get a score right there for FaZe. And, you know, the way we like to play Blitz is with the mentality that, let's say if we kill 2 guys and we give up a cap, that's really like killing 3 guys because the 3rd guy is going to spawn in the other team's base. So it's kind of like you got to kill. So it's good to play extremely aggressive. And I'm on board John right now. He almost had a cap, but Heist actually snuffed out that he was available. And it looked like FaZe was putting pressure on, but, you know, they're getting taken out. And, you know, this is what's great about Blitz. There's just tons of action everywhere.
Right. One thing also that I'm seeing a lot from these professional players is that they're rotating back to their objective, and that is actually a huge thing that you need to learn, especially in a game type like Call of Duty, any game type like Blitz or even Capture the Flag. Always want to rotate back to the flag or rotate back to your base. And as I was saying that, or see 2 down really quickly for Curse, and no cap just yet, but still a 3-2 lead for Curse over FaZe.
Yeah, you know, and right now, if I'm Curse, I gotta start putting more pressure on the other team's base. You know, you're giving up these caps, but you had an advantage. If you were to just trade caps and get a good spawn lock, you would have held the lead, and you probably would have extended the lead. They got a little complacent, played a little slow, played a little bit too aggressive, defensive, and on Blitz, playing defensive does not work.
Right, and right now watching Twiz, he just let a player run by him. That's actually really smart, and he himself running into the base of FaZe, got himself another cap. 2-point lead for Curse over FaZe, and looking at the scoreboard, 2 caps for Twiz, 2 caps for John. Also 5-3 with about 2:15 left on the clocks, and it's 6-3 now as another player was able to get that cap, and a big knife from Twiz. That was going to be Heist, who just got the knife straight through the heart.
Yeah, and you know, I really want to see the Curse lineup. They just got to keep pushing. They know they killed 3 guys. There's still 1 guy out for FaZe. I don't know who that player is, but they need to push up and get another round of kills before trying to get the objective, you know. If they can pick up 2 kills here and just flood in, which right there is those 2 kills, 3 kills. Now they need to flood in as a team and just get a good spawn lock. Right now, whoever spawned needs to just play defense.
Right, and that was going to be Twiz, and Twiz right now is going to keep running back. I don't know if you were watching him, Matt, but he was just going like a little monkey, jumping up on the top of the roofs and building, got through, and I think that initiated the little cap lead that we saw. And right now, Twiz is just sitting in the bar area right outside the trailer. Did see 2 players come in at him. He's going to take out 1. That's going to be Methods. That's going to be 1 down. So they have a good amount of lead, a good amount of points for the lead. 4 points, 5 points now as Twiz going to make that cap spawn up, but get shut down with that 5-point lead. I think it's safe to say that they can just sit back and play it a little bit more defensive. I'm sorry. What do you think about that, Matt? Play a little bit more defensive with a comfortable 5-point lead here in Blitz, or
you know,
just keep scoring like they're doing?
I've seen some crazy stuff on Blitz, and I think when you have a big lead like Curse has right here, FaZe is forced to be over-aggressive and overextend. And if you can overextend in Curse and just trade caps, I mean, you can't really, if you're FaZe, you can't really afford to play defense because you're down by so much. So if you can get some kills and just overextend, and you really can just prevent FaZe from getting any more caps, or just trade caps and just keep the score even. So you're in a great position if you are Curse going into this second half. It looks like they're going to be up 11-4.
Oh, 7-point lead. Right now, watching Assassin pushing into the bar right through the trailer into the base of FaZe with 16 seconds left on the clock. They did not stop at all, man. I mean, I didn't see them go into their defensive mode, and they just kept pushing for that comfortable lead. So now going into it, they are going to push FaZe into the over-aggressive role. And once again, we see big numbers from Twiz going 11-6 with 4 caps, 5 caps for John, sitting at 7-6, and 10-7 with 1 cap for Fire and Assassin, 8-8. But final kill cam here from Fire, and they just dominated that first side of Blitz.
Absolutely. I mean, they dominated the kill feed. They dominated just strategy-wise and positioning. And, you know, the second half, I want to go on board with FaZe. I want to see how they're going to play the second half. If they're going to try and just play extremely over-aggressive, which I think they need to, or if they're going to try and just methodically just work down this score just 1 by 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I want to take a look here at replays. He's already all the way pushed up right in front of Gina's. Spots one on top. That was going to be fire. He's going to shut him down, though. Method's right around the water tower, looking to the bar, and no one is coming at him. So they're going to try and control this right side of the map, it seems like. But Assassin is going to shut down Methods, and that lets me know that Curse, they are still being aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, Curse is still being aggressive. I mean, you have BL Fire in a great position just watching mid-street, so can't really get any pressure that way. And, I mean, if you are FaZe, you need to either flood the right side of the map or flood the left side of the map. And, you know, you really don't see a lot of just pretty much just decision-making right now. It's kind of just players running everywhere. You need to have one player just take charge and say, this is what we're going to do. And, you know, we're just going to be super aggressive with this strategy.
Right, and right now they're pushing up into the base of Curse, and let's see if I can spot someone actually watching that player named J-Cap as he's going to run around the red truck, and nice little jump spot there to take out a player. Almost take him out, I'm sorry. Called that one a little bit early.
Yeah.
That is going to be 3 down for Curse. There's a score by replays to make the score 5-11. Still in a little bit of deficit, but 3 points left here on the clock, or
yeah,
3 minutes left on the clock.
Absolutely, and you know, if you're Curse, you cannot start sitting in your base. You see Heist pick 2 players just kind of standing in the base. You cannot get too defensive. We saw time and time again on Black Ops 2 and CTF where a team would get a big lead and they'd sit in their base and just kind of turtle their flag, and the other team would always come back and win. And that is something you cannot do if you are Curse right now, because you have just FaZe taking full control over your base right now. I mean, Methods has a cap right here if he can just slide in, which he's going to do. And, you know, now the score is a lot closer. It's a lot more manageable for FaZe to come back. But, I mean, right there, I mean, I saw the guy on Method's screen just walk right by him to his left. Evidently, he wasn't paying too much attention to him, and, you know, they give up another cap.
I was about to say, we had, it was 11-4 going into the half, and it was there's about 4 or 3 unanswered points from Curse, and I thought they were just being a little bit complacent, but no, they were just being aggressive as well and getting their kills down. And there you go. There's another score by the guys from Curse, making it 13-7. Right now, I'm watching Haste. He's running around. He's running around on the left side of the map here, not the right side, like we were talking about. Spots a player that is going to be Assassin. Is going to take him out. He's running by himself. Throws down a smoke. Maybe that was cover for another player on his team, and they are not going to get a score just yet. They are playing a little bit slower, and running straight through the middle is going to be Cap, as well as replays right now running into Gina's.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, you know, you have replays working this far right into the little diner area, and he's just going to hide out, and when his teammates pick up these kills, I'm going to really look for him to come out, but, you know, Assassin spots it out. I mean, Assassin is so smart, and he's Captain Clutch, man. I mean, search and destroy, CTF, blitz, any game mode you can name. I mean, he just comes through when it matters, time and time again. He's so reliable.
Minute and 38 seconds left here on the clock. That was going to be Methods I was watching running straight into the goal there, but got shut down right before it. I want to see a player that's a little bit more pushed up, and let's look at replays once again. Spots a player in Gina's. Is going to take him out with some nice shots. That was going to be fired. Spots another one running into the garage and able to take him out, though. Sees one. That is going to be John. Takes him out in the bar, and his team was able to make a cap. I think that's going to be all for naught, though, Matt. 8-14 with 1:09 left on the clock. I don't think anything's going to be able to help FaZe out to come back here.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're pretty much mathematically impossible to win right now. It's going to be
10 second.
With the 10 seconds recounter with that cap, it's actually going to be impossible for FaZe to come back. So Curse New York with an impressive showing against this FaZe lineup. You know, I do like what I saw out of FaZe. You know, they've been scrimming with Classic a lot, not having one of their guys when you're a new team. I mean, this is probably the 3rd or 4th lineup these guys have played with this week. So, I mean, you know, just a crazy week of Call of Duty, just transactions and just everything going on there. And, I mean, just a pretty good showing from Curse New York. I'm extremely impressed with what I've seen. You know, some of the stuff I've seen with them in the past 2Ks, you know, they've faltered a little bit. You know, they haven't done as well as I've expected to. But, you know, right here, I mean, the host ends the game. People are leaving. People are not happy. And we are going to see Curse New York advance in the 2K.
Yeah, and great showing by the guys from Curse. 21-13 for Twiz, 21-18 for Fire. On the other side, Cap, though, 20-18. And when it came down to it, it was map control, I think, was the biggest factor that Curse had over FaZe in this map.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Curse also, they never really relented the pressure. They needed to keep that pressure going into the second half. When they got the lead, they kept it going. And you noticed at the end when FaZe was trying to just get more caps and overextend, they were trading with Curse. And I mean, you're not going to win when you're down by 5 or 6 and you're just trading caps. You need to get caps, not trade caps. So that's why we saw Curse New York advance right here.
Yeah, and to look at the bracket, it looks like that Curse New York is going to go on to play Envy, who just picked up Goonjar. So
yeah, so maybe we can get into that game.
I know that game is going to be sick. Actually, I want to see that game. So round 4 with that. Anything else that needs to be quite pointed out just yet? Curse LV is still looks like they're playing Denial. So maybe a Curse matchup in the end could possibly happen, but we'll see. Yeah. And again, JCap there on FaZe. That was I don't know. He looked comfortable, but maybe it wasn't the right fit for him. Just yet.
Yeah. You know, once I think they start playing with Classic and they start getting a little bit more used to their roles, I think it'll be better. It's a lot better JCap than I saw when he was on Optic. You know, he looked a lot more comfortable, a lot more just doing the things that JCap is used to doing. So right now we're going to go to a commercial break. We're going to get an updated bracket. We're going to find our next match, and we will be right back with the MLG 2K.